What is going on, everybody? It's one of those great. Do we need to hit it with a 6,000? No, we don't need to. Actually, I'll bring you guys in close here. So this is what it looks like now, right? It's actually pretty decent shape, right? But when you look closely on this side, look at that. Absolute glass, very low, minimal hash. What am I using? White untreated with brown. So the reason I say that is because you don't always need to have messed up my phone. Phone goes in the clamp. This new setup really tough to get it in that new setup. Sorry about that. So you don't need a super aggressive buff to cut through this because sometimes it's just the medium in which we get there with, right? So I've said this before. We don't have to use a yellow buff to cut this. Why? Because the aluminum's really soft. We can actually use a white buff with untreated, very soft, very flexible. Check this out. I mean, it's a white buff, untreated. I can fold it completely over. But when I put brown rouge on it at 3,000 RPM, I cut right through this perfectly. It'll actually take scratches out because this stuff is so soft. Whereas if I use the yellow or an orange buff, I'm actually going to cut too hard and it's going to leave grooves in it from the buff actually cutting too deep into it. So I'm just going to show you guys. We're going to spend a little time getting around all these little nooks and crannies here. I'm going to let you guys watch it and then I'm going to come back and show you again. But when we look on the other side, this piece here, it's an absolute mirror right now. So we're going to turn this whole thing into a mirror. The guy's rebuilding a old aluminum frame bike. So let's have at it. I'm actually going to bring you guys in quite a bit closer here because right now I have a scratch on the top of that. I'm going to try and work this little scratch out here, but I'm going to cross cut it a little bit. The funny part about working with stuff like this when it's super soft is a white untreated buff with some brown compound will cut right through almost anything on this. We're actually going to use white untreated on every step of this. So we'll use white untreated with the brown, and then we switch to the green. And then this particular piece will actually take all the way to a white rouge. It'll all be on an untreated, um, all on untreated buff. Why? Because it's so soft. We don't need to cut heavy with a yellow or orange buff. And that's the thing is I get a lot of messages in from people. And they're always like, when do I know when to use an orange buff or a yellow buff or a white buff? And can I use brown on yellow or white? Yeah, you can use brown on anything. Just all depends on what you're working on. If you're working on something super soft like this, absolutely grab a softer buff because you don't want to hit it too heavy. If you hit it too heavy, you're going to cut too deep, and then it's going to be more work later on to try to get those marks out in the next step, right? So when you get to that green, it's going to be even more work to get it out. The other really great thing about the white untreated is it's very forgiving. So I can let off the trigger and let it fall right into these really tight cracks and crevices. Get you in close here. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we got to get it onto the front here. See if I can get you zoomed in here on it. So look at how it's got some reflection, but not very clear. We're going to clear that thing completely up. I think you saw me going this way with the buff first. I was working off an old sticker that was on here. But once again, I like to bring my hash marks back up to straight when I'm done. I like all my finish lines to be straight up. Diesel Body Mafia, good morning.
had sound earlier, I think.
How about now? Can you hear me or not? That's weird. I'm good now? All right, perfect. Yeah, it's weird. I thought I had sound before. But yeah, so I'm gonna use the same untreated, just now I'm not gonna use brown, I'm gonna use green. So I'm gonna just rake this out a little bit, slow speed, because I don't want to get it real. I don't want the buff to get super tore up. Just want to get the old stuff out of it. Now, like I said earlier, I was using 3,000 RPM to cut it, but now I'm gonna drop this down to about 2,200 to color it, because the hash marks are really soft and light anyway. So now I just want to lighten them up even more. So I don't want to get too crazy carried away with it, because once again, these aluminum frame bikes are super soft aluminum. So I don't need to go crazy hard on my pressure. I don't need to use a ton of compound. I just need to keep the pad wet. So let's try this. I may adjust it slower if I need to. If I see that it's leaving too much hash marks, I'll slow it down a little more, but we'll see how it plays out.
And once again, it's green. You see it?
There we go. Let me bring you in close on this and show you how minimal the hash marks are. I mean, look at that clarity. That's the buffer laying down there. I can see my future in these things. But yeah, that clarity is ridiculous. You can actually read my hoodie here. Let's see if we can see that. Crazy clarity on these things. I don't even need to go to the white. I thought I might have to go to the white, but I definitely don't. You can see let me see if I can catch the hash marks here. There we go. Just such minimal hash. And actually, if we took it out of the LEDs here, out of my shop, and put it out into the sunlight, I doubt you're even going to see those hash marks at all out in the sunlight, just because they are so minimal in here. But if you guys want to bear with me here, I need to rejig this so that I can work on the swing arm piece here. I can't even call it a swing arm because it doesn't swing at all. Just the rear swing arm area. But I need to rejig this up, get it to hold. So, trying to figure out what's the best way to hold this thing. Guessing by the top of the here. Levi, I might have to have you come help me with this. Or you might have to cut it. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Damn. For cast, that's crystal clear. For how nasty that was when it came in. See, I don't work on a lot of really unique stuff like this, but I do get some cool stuff every now and then. In here is going to be a little interesting to get in there with the buffer. Might actually have to do some handwork on this one a little bit. Might actually have to break out. I see it's never been polished in here either, so we'll actually rub that with some hand polish. It's soft enough. Our new aggressive polish will probably cut right through that. In here? Yeah. And it never been done. You can see it. Everything else has been polished too.
You want to hold this right here?
Yeah, somehow we got to hold it because otherwise it's going to bounce around. As soon as I start buffing on this face here, it's going to bounce, and I need to buff in here. I need to catch this area in here. Wish these plastic pieces came out, but they don't. They're hard mounted in there. I don't want to pop them out either because I don't know how to get them back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to buff it or you want me to hold it and you want to hold it, I'll buff it. It don't matter to me. I just need it to not bounce, that's all.
I'm gonna get a chair.
Yep. It won't take all that long to do. There's a few scratches I gotta work out, so I gotta put a little pressure on it to get them scratches out. Once I get them scratches out, it shouldn't be bad. It'll buff fast. Diesel Body Mafia said I'll get there one day. Listen, I didn't start here. This is 26 years of practice and perfecting my craft. So, listen, I didn't always start right where I'm at. So it took me 26 years to figure out how to do all this. You guys are literally getting 26 years of info for free. Unless you're taking the online training course and you're paying a little bit, but you're getting a ton more info than I give out here. Online training course, we've been getting a lot of really good feedback still from the guys that are in there. Good thing I flipped it up. I didn't even see these scratches. Remind me to catch this front here. There's some scratches in it. I can probably work out with the white and green.
speed down. And just cook this in. Alright, you can hold on to it now.
Ready?
Yeah. Alright. Let's pull it back down and shove it in here. Got it? Alright, let's switch sides. that top there yet.
Fucking screwdriver idea. Great.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
All right, so normally, like I said in the earlier part, I would have, I would color all this, but since it's so intricate and unique, I'm actually gonna flip it and buff the other side first, because there's a lot of little nooks and crannies I gotta get into here. Levi, if you wanna grab the hand polish and hit this while we can see it, maybe we'll flip it right after. Diesel Body Mafia, I was the first student last year. I helped the video for the online course. Oh, yeah. You were here while Lauren was here. That's right, I do remember that. There's a few videos we did that we did together on the online training course. That's pretty cool. That online training course has been going really well, so that's, thank you for helping with that. Bentley Wright said, what's good, Levi? You already know he's watching this from school.
Yeah, looks good.
You already know that he'd rather be polishing than sitting in school, that's for sure.
Always.
He is one of the best young polishers we've ever seen. This kid is just naturally gifted and talented. I shouldn't say that because he put in a lot of hard work to figure out how to do all this. He's definitely spent some time to be a good polisher. That's right here too. And then the flat on the back of there. And when we flip it, we'll catch it from the other side. Yeah, whoever polishes last definitely didn't polish in there.
No.
They were like, I don't know how to get in there. A little time to shine aggressive polish for the win, baby. See if I can get this done in under an hour with me chit-chatting and bullshitting. Grab Armando, that's Phil's.
Yeah, it's his boys right there.
Probably go to the back door there and drop, and then come back up here to unload. Or hey, remember the back door? Almost looks like we polished it in there. Like, looks like we actually buffed it.
Oh yeah. Good shit right there.
That's crazy. Diesel Body Mafia, that's good. And of course it was an honor. Alright, I'm gonna flip it. There we go. Man, I forgot I got most of this side when I had it in the jig over there, so we don't really have a whole lot on this side to catch. Just a little bit. Just this inner part here, back of this. Some of that we're gonna have to do by hand anyways, because of the black piece. not hand polish the bottom of this one. Catch these tubes here. I would hit these tubes completely because I can't get that backside down in here real well. I'm going to swap out to the white and green here. You're doing that hand polish. Should go pretty quick. Seven, 8. Picked up 8, dropped off 8. All drives again? Yeah. Perfect. You're working on Porkies right now? Yeah, do fills after. Wheels in, wheels out. Listen to him banging and clanging out there. He didn't care. And beat him up all the way home.
Just threw them all in there.
Reason why you don't give farmers show wheels. He didn't even strap those wheels down or nothing.
Fuck them.
They're going on a trailer for sale, he says.
They're shiny.
They're shiny enough, he said. Just banging around on the way out, the whole way back to the farm. Well, I tell you, Armando, you put 200% in them, they'll only be 100% by the time he gets to the farm. Perfect, that's good. Reach the rest of that. Yeah.
Warm? Should be the last one. when we flip it, I need to catch that bottom. On it?
Yep.
It's so light.
Like a paperweight.
I'm gonna put the whole paper down. See the cut right there. That's it.
What do we have? Just under an hour. Look at that. What did I tell you? Told the guy I could get it done in an hour. Got all the hand polish out of there. Just a little bit on the bottom here. Yeah. This thing looks like it's chrome dipped. I'll bring you guys in here. Let me see if I can flip my camera around so you can see it something clear. Let me stand it up here. You'll be able to see it a whole lot better. Once we get done wiping this here. Good? All right, you want to grab it? Got it?
Yep.
All right, let me stand her up here. Look at this thing. My camera is freaking dirty, dirty, dirty. Let me clean this off here real quick. Look at that. Very, very minimal hash. Look at that clarity. It won't focus. 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 A little bit of static and dust on it. But look at that clarity. Let's see if it'll focus here. Nope, won't focus. There it is. Look at that. Crazy. Just under an hour. Once again, like I said, you can use a white buff with brown rouge. You can use a white buff with green rouge. You can use whatever you want. Just understand the medium is what's going to do the cutting, especially when it's softer like this. If you want to keep your hash marks down, that's where it's at. White and brown, white and green. Stay tuned. I'll clean my camera lens and put this thing in my office underneath even better lights and get a good video for my Instagram. So thank you guys for sticking around. I saw quite a few people in here, quite a few people commenting, so I appreciate that. I'm going to try to do these lives. Probably do one again next week because we're working on a fuel tanker next week all week. It's going to be a 5-day project, so it is in here for the entire week. So we will definitely be doing some live videos next week, polishing a fuel tanker. It's just a little one, but it's pretty rough, so be for some interesting content. So stay tuned. You're going to learn a lot next week. Catch you on the next one.